What's up, everybody? I'm over here at turn this camera around. At the Lafayette Consolidated Government. I was here before. Hello. I need to go serve some papers. I need to serve some papers, some legal papers. Probably upstairs. Is there a legal department over here?
You got a name?
It's Matthew Reardon.
That's the name on there?
Yeah. I mean, that's, I need to go to the legal department, a legal department with Lafayette. If not, then I can go to the mayor's office. And I'm sure that the gentleman up there at the mayor's office will gladly make sure that it gets to the right place. Do I have to put my name in here?
Yes. What's your name, John?
Yeah.
Patrick.
I don't know what office, so I'm just gonna leave.
Mayor. Anything in your pockets? Put it in the
I don't consent to searches and seizures. I just don't do it. Can you, huh?
Anything in your pockets? Put it in my.
I don't know why y'all are scared of the citizens. I'm scared of the government. They've shown they're the ones that you really got to watch out for.
You have to do what they tell us.
Right. They're the only ones that can have guns though, right? I'm not sending my cell phone through a x-ray machine. That's not going to happen. So, I'm not taking my belt off, man. Hell no. Now it's getting too far. I'm not doing it. You can wall me down. I'm not. Yeah. All right. Hey, you got to send my stuff through though. No.
Get down, get on this place.
All right.
Get up, get right.
All right. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? Let's take a look and see who's on here. Give some shout outs. Dr. Sammy Munchkin. What's up, SC Phoenix? EJ74. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cheese Cannabis. That sounds good. Please. Let's see. Ray Adler, welcome to the live stream. Cajun Randy 214, welcome. Daisy May, hey, how you doing? So apparently they don't have a legal department. Hi. I'm here to serve some legal papers. I said I'm here to serve some legal papers. Well, asking if y'all had a legal division and he's okay. Well, this is just so I served the sheriff's department yesterday with it. It's a legal demand for preservation of evidence. It's in regards to any cameras that the Lafayette consolidated government may have control over in the vicinity of the federal courthouse downtown. Do y'all have any, are y'all over any of the cameras that are downtown?
I don't know.
Can I provide you with this and you make sure you get this to legal?
You need the phone number to legal if you would like to call them and get the address to go over and deliver it to them.
Well, I mean, really any representative of the government can take this instead of having to play the game of me running here, there. Now, I'm really not wanting to go on a wild chase, just to be honest with you. And here it is, the end of the day.
Able to accept those sort of paper if I have to find someone in the back that possibly can come get them for you.
Okay, yeah, can you do that? My name is Matthew Reardon.
Give me one moment.
All right. Hey, sorry if it's lagging. There's no Wi-Fi in here either. And I didn't know if it was something important. I told them to call me back in 30 minutes. So that's why it went black for a second. They called the first time, and then when they called back to back, I had to jump over there and answer the call, make sure that they were okay, and tell them to call me back in about 30 minutes. Just look at all this right here. Oh, in the meantime,
Kidnapped quick, no warmer, no case. Camera smashed out, tripod in my face. First Amendment written, they erased, but the court said Cohen already placed. Hey! Operation Silence the press, they plotted they guess, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, trying to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. August 25th, courthouse stone. Sign in my hands, I stood alone. Words from the past, Cohen's tone. Fuck the marshals, carved in bone. Hated news and badge with a snarl. Threatened my cam, said seize it all. I stepped back slow, obeyed the call. Then he lung slam hard, I fall. Tripod cracked, my gimbal broke. Camera crushed and the government choked. First Amendment, bled in the smoke, but the record stands. I spoke.
Oh, hey.
Operation Silence.
How you doing?
They plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, trying to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press.
He's not here till Tuesday. All right. Come back here tomorrow, then, or Monday, or Tuesday. All right. Okay. I just need to get this stuff preserved. I mean, so
Back to a cell,
surely
chest
somebody
punched
can
tight,
make the
couldn't
call,
breathe
make
deep, heart
sure
raced
that
all
any
night, knock
cameras
his
y'all
arm back
have.
just to fight for air. Now he screams assault while I'm gasping there. I tick slow,
Okay.
no sirens near.
Can I get a
Paramedics
card
no
for him?
mercy here. Hospital cold, the truth unclear, delay in the jail.
I know he's got
They
cards.
cheered. Pastor Olivier cuff cut bone. I asked what's the charge, he had none shown, just a hole for the feds. My rights dethroned, that's kidnapping
Okay,
law in a
all right.
danger zone. 40 pages black, lies in disguise. I forget, hit the
Okay.
scheme, but the scars don't lie. Laugh all you want, but the tape
Okay,
don't die.
okay,
Operation
all
failed, truth multiplies. Jailhouse freezing, blanket torn, no food served,
yeah,
constitution
do that.
scorned, wrist bones twisted, pain reborn, but the fight lit brighter in the darkest storm. This ain't 30 days, this is principle strong. 54 years, the
So I can get running. I know, but running around works great for the government to tell people to go and to run there. It doesn't work very well for the. Did you just really tell me that?
Nothing else we can do to help it.
Do you understand when you hear this and you say, that what you're really doing is you're telling the person to go and fuck themselves. That's what cops do when they say it and they're dismissive like that and they say, have a good day. What the cop is really saying is, go fuck yourself, Mr. Citizen. And that's what that kind of sounded like to me. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Hello. What are you following me for? What are you following me for? What? I came up here to serve legal documents. You're not going to push me around. You're not going to push me around. You're a security guard with Hub Enterprises. You're not going to push me around, buddy. If you don't you dare think about putting your hands on me. Don't you dare. But I'm leaving. What do you mean I'm still open, right? I was in there to serve legal papers. You're not going to tell me I'm going a single place because I'm not doing anything wrong.
The only public access, the only public areas is downstairs.
You're freaking full of it because I've already been here before. Don't push this envelope with me, buddy. Now I'm going to stay even longer since you wanted to come over here and play that game. Now I'm actually going to stay up here and stay longer. Fucking idiot. No, there ain't no sign. Yeah, there's definitely not. If you keep following me, I'm going to call and I'm going to report you for stalking. I promise you, because that's what you're doing right now. You are stalking. You're trying to throw authority around where you have none of it.
Oh, nothing, bro.
Okay, you came up here. They pointed over here like I was over here causing a problem when I was there literally to serve a legal demand. Okay. And then they told me that I needed to come back on Tuesday or whatever to see the attorney. Oh, okay. But then you come up here and you're trying to tell me I need to leave. So because you told me I need to leave, I'm not going to leave. That's the way I play this game.
Also not gonna let you out of my sight.
Okay, it's stalking. I'm not doing anything wrong. Why do you feel the need to follow me around?
The authority in this building asked you to leave.
The authority in this building did not ask me to leave. They said to get the attorney to serve this to come back Tuesday.
You to leave?
Yes, let's go. Let's go, because let's get the mayor's office on video saying that. Let's go. Let's go. I need to get whoever's got the authority in here that told him that I need to leave, because nobody over here told me that I needed to leave. I'm in a public building, so I need to hear it from the mayor's office why I have to leave a public building. Okay, but the building is open and it's open to the public. So why? I want to hear it from the mayor's office. Why am I being told to leave?
Okay, this is a public building and the building is open. But the only public areas of the building are the atrium downstairs.
You're 100% wrong because there's no signs. There's an escalator up here, and I was told to come up here to the mayor's office.
You had legitimate business.
Okay,
Your business is concluded.
look, no, you're responsible to the taxpayers that fund this building. Okay, we're not playing this game. I'm not causing a disturbance. I'm a journalist, and y'all are trying to tell me that I have to leave. You really want to go that route? You really want to go that route? You really want to go that route? If you want to turn this into a big First Amendment issue, we'll turn it into a big First Amendment issue. No, I am not going anywhere. I came in here to find out from authority because nobody with authority has told me that I have to leave. You certainly don't have it.
Relax.
No, I'm freaking pissed now because I came up here for lawful reason, legal business, and now y'all want to act this way? Get the mayor. Is the mayor here? Let's hear it from the mayor. Let's hear it from the mayor. That's who I need to hear it from. That's where the buck stops. Absolutely just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting to actually get this type of treatment. I heard you. Call the police. You're the one stalking me. I came in here to actually hear it from somebody with authority. Look up We the People News. You're on We the People News right now. What's crazy is I would have just left. I wasn't even trying to stay up here until he came up and told me I had to leave. And that contrary into the stay. So while we're waiting on that, how about a little bit more entertainment with Operation Silence the Press? Once again, we see a prime example of Operation Silence the Press now.
Court said wrong. One man's lyric, another man's song, and I spit that truth in a world gone wrong. Cross they plots, they stitch and weave. Oxford to Galveston tricks to see, but you can't erase what the people believe. The first don't fade when the lions grieve. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest, from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, tried to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, starve me near death, but the voice survives, and I stand confessed, I expose what they fear. Silence the press. Silence the press.
I'm gonna run that back again.
Kidnapped quick, no warmer, no case. Camera smashed out, tripod in my face. First Amendment written, they erased, but the court said Cohen already placed. Hey! Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest, from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, try to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, starve me near death, but the voice survives, and I stand confessed, I expose what they fear. Silence the press. August 25th, courthouse stone. Sign in my hands, I stood alone. Words from the past, Cohen's tone. Fuck the marshals, carved in bone. Hated news and badge with a snarl. Threatened my cam, said seize it all. I stepped back slow, obeyed the call. Then he lung slammed hard, I fall. Tripod cracked, my gimbal broke. Camera crushed and the government choked. First Amendment, bled in the smoke, but the record stands. I spoke. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest, from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, try to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, starve me near death, but the voice survives, and I stand confessed, I expose what they fear. Silence the press. Silence the press. Dragged to a cell, chest punched tight, couldn't breathe deep, heart raced all night, knock his arm back just to fight for air. Now he screams assault while I'm gasping there. I tick slow, no sirens near, paramedics mock, no mercy here. Hospital cold, the truth unclear, delay in the jail, they jeered. Pastor Olivier cuff cut bone, I asked what's the charge, he had none shown, just a hole for the feds, my rights dethroned, that's kidnapping law in a danger zone. 40 pages black, lies in disguise, I forget, hit the scheme, but the scars don't lie. Laugh all you want, but the tape don't die. Operation fail, truth.
So here's the thing, officer. I was on my way out here to serve legal documents. Here, legal documents. They told me I need to come back on Tuesday to see the attorney, or they were going to give me another address. You know the games that they play about wild goose chases. You know, scavenger hunts. So I was on my way out. This guy came and tried to tell me that I had to leave because I wasn't causing any disturbance. I'm a journalist and I actually have a legitimate legal purpose being in here. Not that I need a legal purpose to come into a publicly funded building, but I was on the way out when he told me that I had to leave. I had to leave because here's the thing. I have every reason to be in a public building, which is where I'm at. There is no sign that say the second layer is. So I was told the second layer to go to the mayor's office. This is open. I've already been through this before. I've done part of this building. It's no problem. Okay? What is problem is when somebody tries to assert authority on me that doesn't have it and tries to tell me to leave a public building. I'm only going to say, so I wanted to actually hear it. The mayor's office, somebody in here actually had authority to tell me that I had to leave this public building and I wasn't doing anything wrong. And nobody with authority actually did that. So I for the mayor to come out and tell me that so we can squash this problem right here. And
You can't just leave. Let me take.
damn it. This thing just froze up right when we were having our conversation and cut off. There is no sign. That's the thing. There's no sign, and I explained that to the officer, that until somebody with authority, like the mayor, actually comes out here and tells me that I have to leave, can't do a damn thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. What's your name again?
I didn't give it.
Okay, so from what I'm understanding is their directive is from their supervisors are that you did have legitimate business to be here. Fine, they gave you the answers. The public area is downstairs in the lobby. You're more than welcome to sit in the public area, but right here is for specific reasons. They say they weren't able to accommodate your specific reason right now, so now you can leave this area, but you can go down to the bottom floor. More than welcome to stay at the bottom floor.
I don't see anything in writing, and this is an office right here. I don't care. Okay, but you can't make directives up on the fly.
I didn't make this up.
No, I'm saying he is, and they're trying to make directives up on the fly, and that's not going to happen.
Well, as of right now.
Go
that's
get,
the
call your supervisor.
He's on his way
All right.
already, so
All
I
right.
have no issue waiting.
Yeah,
Can't
that's,
say exactly
we're going to have to wait on a supervisor, and honestly, I'd like to speak to the mayor.
That won't happen.
Well, I have legitimate business. I want to speak to the mayor.
Can they explain to you how to approach that? Did you have an appointment to speak with the mayor?
You know what? I didn't come in here needing to speak to the mayor, but I need to speak to the mayor now.
Pretty sure the protocol is to speak with the mayor. Did you find out those protocols?
There's also protocols as far as prior restraints, and there's, you can't make something up on the fly without it. These people are accountable to the public. They don't run shit. The public runs shit.
Do you understand every procedure that they have in place? Do you have that knowledge?
I mean, if they can show it to me how it was already written up on the books.
I already know that knowledge.
No, I know, but I know common sense. I mean, y'all act like when you see somebody like me with a police, people that work with the government, okay?
So I know you're speaking about me or because I'm black or what.
Oh, you want to turn this into a race issue, huh? Don't fucking start with me, buddy. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Don't start pulling that race bait and shit with me.
Sir, there's no need for profanity.
Well, don't start pulling. There's no need in pulling the race baiting. What do you think? Talking about the damn police
Oh, okay.
or people in the government.
What I was understanding, I was informed was this area is when you have a
Hey.
here to come here, you're good to go. But they explained to him that he needs to get with the city attorney on Tuesday. And so he's more than welcome to stay at the bottom floor, which is an open public area, but up here is for specific reasons. And his specific reason is for legal documentation, but they.
Well, now it's to record. Okay, now it's to record and document because I'm a journalist.
It was always to record.
No, actually, it was not.
Okay.
It actually was not because I got a legal demand right here. Like this is serious legal business that I came up here to serve.
Okay.
And I wanted to serve it on a legal division. I was told to come over here to the Lafayette Consolidated Government. And of course, I'm going to document legal service of a legal document. And so I came up here to the mayor's office to try to get somebody to take service or to take receipt of this document to preserve this evidence.
Okay.
And then I was told Tuesday, and then the condescending, dismissive voice of the lady back there was basically a go fuck yourself. You know, all right. Well, I'm leaving, and as I'm leaving, about to go down the escalator out there, he comes up and tells me that I have to leave. Okay, well, I'm a journalist. I'm in a public building, and I came in here, not that I had to have any type of lawful basis to come into a government building, because you just can't keep me from coming into a government building. Can't do it, no matter what, no matter what. And when he told me that, I did what I naturally do when I'm told that I have to leave a building that I have I have a right to be in. I'm going to intentionally stay in there longer just because it's out of principle. And so I said I wanted to hear it from somebody that had some authority, which would be the mayor's office or the mayor, somebody in the executive leadership of this office, and nobody with any lick of any type of authority can actually say that. And y'all certainly don't have it because I'm in a public building. So I want to know how we're going to handle this.
So you were leaving until he told you you had to leave, and now out of spite, you're
Yes, exactly. 100%. That's 100% what it comes down to.
When is this going to last?
It's probably going to last until the building closes. What do y'all close at 5?
I don't work here.
You close at 5? Yeah, it'll go on for 13 more minutes now.
13.
Yeah, I would have already been out of here and gone, but now it's going to go on for another 13 minutes.
All right. I can hang out for 13 minutes.
But like I told him, you know, I wasn't bothering anybody. I wasn't going into any private areas, any restricted areas, and he started following me around. Okay, unless you follow everybody else around in a public building, don't follow me around. He's stalking me. He is a predator.
Security guard.
Okay, but
It's not really stalking.
all right.
Stalking is pretty specific.
Well, but it's a course of conduct. Okay, it's a course of conduct that's directed at me that made me feel in fear because he is a man with a gun. And here I had to have all of my stuff out on a tray to come into this building. Okay, I can't come in here armed or anything, but yet men with guns are behind the door, and then I have a man with a gun following me around trying to tell me that I have to leave. And I shouldn't feel like I'm in fear because of that. And that shouldn't be a course of conduct when it continues. That's 100% the definition of stalking. What do you mean?
What do you mean by course of conduct? I'm just trying to understand.
A course of conduct is multiple acts that are directed at somebody. So when the following starts and then when the following continues, unless you follow everybody in this building, then it's a course of conduct that's directed at me. And I warned you about that.
Do you understand what he's here to do? He's a security guard. That's his job.
Do you understand what I'm here to do?
No.
I'm a journalist and this is part of my job. And I was actually serving a legal document.
Okay, but we were talking about him.
Okay, but he's also following me around and has no right to follow me around.
He's the security guard. He gets paid to keep the security of the building.
All right, let me ask you this.
That's what he got hired to do.
Okay, but where does this paycheck come from? Where does y'all's paychecks come from?
Lafayette Consolidated Government.
And where does their money come from?
Property tax, from what I understand.
And where does the property tax come from?
Property owners.
There you go.
Mhm.
Okay, so the people.
Yeah,
Okay, and I'm in the people's building.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
and I'm conducting a lawful activity. I'm not breaking any, I'm not committing any crimes. I'm not disturbing anybody. There has been zero disturbances until he came up here and told me I had to leave. So I want to, so who's really the problem? Not me. I wasn't causing a disturbance.
I don't see anybody being a problem at this point.
The
I don't think
pro,
that there is a
the
problem.
problem is
Mhm.
I want to walk around a public building
Okay.
and not be followed and treated different than anybody else that walks into a public building.
Okay. Okay.
And I mean, that's just, what's wrong with that?
No.
So,
He's one guy. You can only follow one person at a time. So yeah.
no,
It is his job. to
okay,
find out
okay,
what
but
people
does,
are doing
okay,
in the
but
building.
does he randomly, is he always walking around? Because then I sure hope that if that's the case, that literally the entire time pretty much that he's here, he's following somebody around. Is he following somebody around every single time? Or like every
No
hour?
idea. We work outside. We have no idea.
Well, maybe y'all should ask him that because now I'm making the direct accusation. Well,
As long as
okay.
he maintains security of the building, I don't even need to talk to the guy. He's doing his job and we're doing ours.
Well,
We're doing our job.
and that's the thing. I want to be able to walk around
Mhm.
and him not follow me. Okay. So I'm making the direct accusation that he's stalking me.
Okay.
Okay. And so now at this point, y'all should have that conversation with me. If he or with him, if he feels the need to follow me around,
Mhm.
then y'all need to have that conversation with him.
You-
Do you follow somebody around all day while you're at work? Yes or no? Because if the answer is no, then he certainly needs to go 10-8,
What do you mean, go 10-8?
kick rocks,
Kick rocks.
go find something else to do. You know, your 10-8 code. You know what 10-8 is.
Well, I know what it is. It didn't.
10-8, yeah.
It didn't really fit. in-
Well, it's back in service, but you know, back in service, go back to security guard stuff.
So that's kind of in the scope of his duties. That is his security guard stuff. Yeah.
Okay,
Not wanting
okay,
to follow-
Okay, but securing the building, how far do we have to really? I had to go through a metal detector and empty my pockets. The building is secure. The building's secure by the security guard downstairs. Unless I actually pose a threat, they've already made sure that I have no weapons.
Right.
Okay, so he's the only one with weapons, and he's following me around. He is a man with a gun following me around.
Question: do you think it's possible for someone to take that lamp and hurt somebody with it?
Have you seen me grab a
No,
lamp?
I'm asking you a hypothetical question. Do you think it's possible for somebody to grab that lamp and hurt somebody with it?
I mean, anybody could grab anything and hurt anybody with it.
Just answer your own question.
But okay, but once again, that gets back to if I haven't given any signs that I'm going to grab anything and turn it into a weapon,
Mhm.
then you can't just work off of assumptions. See, that's how rights get degraded down. You can't. Rights or feelings do not outweigh rights. If we went off of
That's
somebody's feelings on a matter,
right. 100%.
then a right wouldn't actually hold muster. Okay. But so that same thing has to apply right here. You can't just look at me, even though I have a camera of mass destruction right here in my hand, because that's what y'all look at it as. This is a camera of mass destruction.
I'm not familiar.
It's like a weapon of mass destruction, but it's a camera. Everybody's scared of a camera. A guy with a camera is the most dangerous criminal. No, you know that. Look, come on, man. Come on.
I walk around with the camera all day long. Well, I don't know.
So why do people freak out so bad when a journalist, when somebody carrying a phone and filming is?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. That's never happened to me. I mean, maybe it happened. I mean, you're the journalist. You probably see it all the time. I'm not sure.
I see it happen. Yeah, it happens all the time. And so that's why I know exactly how to handle this situation. That's why we are here right now, gentlemen, is because of that issue right there, because somebody wants to make an issue out of a guy holding a camera. And so now instead of me moving on, I'm staying here for another 16 minutes because
13.
well,
When we started.
we were at, well, it's now 4:45. So we're at 15 minutes now. So, I would prefer not to spend these 15 minutes just sitting in this chair right here. I would like to, you know, the 200 people that are on here watching right now would probably like
Are we
to,
live?
Yeah.
Is this like YouTube?
yeah. YouTube.
never seen
It's on
Man.
it's on several.
You good?
What's the channel? I've never seen myself on YouTube before.
I mean, enough law enforcement already watch it as it is. We the People News.
We the People News? Nice. Yeah.
I mean, it's
If it's live,
y'all will see yourselves on there. Yeah, it's live right now. There's yeah.
Does it go to like a video later? Like I could watch this?
Like you
It's on the live tab. It's live right now. Yeah.
Very cool. Huh, nice.
We the people.
Yeah, I used to not give that out, but it's like so many
Yeah, you want to give that out.
law enforcement already watch it as it is. Your department knows about me and the channel. So
You do subscriptions? Like, I mean, is it like a free channel or do you get like paid monetary gains?
it's a little both. I mean,
Twitch?
yeah, so I mean, people can watch for free. People can become paid subscribers to the channel. By the way, if you haven't become a paid member to We the People News yet, go ahead and sign up, become a member, get the special perk. I actually got to do something special for my members. I've got merch designs. I've got the store. I just haven't opened the store yet, but I've got some pretty badass t-shirt designs and all. Have the power to keep them in check. We the People News.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, I tell you, y'all hear about what happened down at the federal courthouse a couple of days ago?
Here in Lafayette? Oh,
No.
How did that shop talk not make it to y'all?
I was off. I don't know.
Once I clock off, I'm off. I don't care too much about anything when I'm off.
So I was violently attacked, arrested, and kidnapped by the U.S. Marshals. I was reporting a story. Actually, through FOIA request, I had uncovered that they were pushing out bolos and bulletins, even though I hadn't committed any crimes, just because I was a journalist. They were just cycling it out like crazy. And so I went up there and I made some signs and I was out in front of the federal courthouse. I had National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day.
That's one way to
And anyways, I was baited up there by by this U.S. Marshal, told me to come up there to the front doors or come up there to the court. I went up there. As soon as I went up there, he immediately threatened me with arrest. And so that was a back and forth. And then I had my camera up against the glass of a door that was locked from both sides. They were recording me from the inside, and the whole situation just had me just it's wrong. They need that problem needed to be nipped in the bud. And it's, I was in a public area. So he came out talking about he was going to seize my equipment. I said, you're not going to touch my stuff. And I grabbed the camera and I was backing away from the door and window when he quickly 3-2-1 me and grabbed my camera gear, broke my camera gear over me, slammed me on the ground. This was outside of the courthouse doors, like on the pavement outside.
God dang.
And then like destroyed all my equipment, took me back to a holding cell. Back in the holding cell, I couldn't hardly breathe. My chest was hurting, and he was digging his knuckles into my ribs. And so I knocked his arm away. It took an hour to get paramedics up there. They ended up booking me into St. Martin Parish. Instead of taking me to the Lafayette Detention Center.
That's right there.
Right there.
Okay.
Took me to St. Martin Parish, which is a horrible jail, by the way. I don't know if y'all know anything.
Been there once. I had to go interview somebody. Yeah, it's rough.
It's horrible. But they took me there on no charges. I asked the deputy, I said, what charge am I being charged with? He said, there's no charge, just a hold for the U.S. Marshal. I said, you can't take me to jail. You can't put a free man in jail in a cage without there being any charge.
Right.
You know, there has to be.
There has
There,
to
there
be.
has to be. And I told him, I said, this is kidnapping. If you pull out of this lot and take me down there, that's kidnapping. Your qualified immunity will be gone. It's gonna be gone.
And they didn't tell you, like the marshal didn't say you're charged with.
No. So I get down there to the jail. They rip me out of the van by the handcuffs. They're toting me by the handcuff chain. Handcuffs are cinched down so tight on my wrist, I can feel my bones grinding. Like it literally just about snapped my wrist. The next day I go before a magistrate judge, and the magistrate judge, it was a release. It was an immediate release. I was charged with one simple, it was loitering or disorderly conduct out, you know, at a federal building. Like it's a simple, the most that I can be sentenced to on that is 30 days, but there's solid case law, Cohen versus California. There's another one I just, I talked about last night, that the issue has already been decided. You know, here I was, and I was not even inside of the court foyer or anything. I was outside of it, you know, and it's arrested for speech, you know, or on a sign.
I guess it's a federal charge of loitering.
Yeah.
KFA charge.
That's wild. I mean, I don't know anything about federal law.
Yeah. I mean, but so that's what this all comes from right here is they just, when the marshals knew I was getting released,
Mhm.
they had my car towed from public parking on the side of the courthouse. It was on the street. It was where it needed to be. They called up there and they reported it being on private property impound.
God dang. Man.
So, yeah, I mean, I figured I would just kind of discuss that because I mean, I already told you, We the People News, you're going to see it anyways when you go to the channel. But I can't believe y'all didn't hear about that at the police department.
Yep. It was all 2 days ago.
Well, we got 8 minutes. Y'all don't have to stay here. I guess I'm gonna do a little walking around down there and let's see. For those on here right now, I'm going to, let's see. I can't remember if this played through or if I have to.
Freezing blanket torn, no food served constant.
Yeah, let me start it over right here.
Kidnapped quick, no warmer, no case. Camera smashed out, tripod in my face. First Amendment written, they erased, but the court said Cohen already placed. Hey! Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, try to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, starve me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. August 25th, courthouse stone. Sign in my hands, I stood alone. Words from the past, Cohen's tone. Fuck the marshals, carved in bone. Hated news and badge with a snarl. Threatened my cam, said seize it all. I stepped back slow, obeyed the call. Then he lung slam hard, I fall. Tripod cracked, my gimbal broke. Camera crushed and the government choked. First Amendment, bled in the smoke, but the record stands. I spoke. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, try to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, starve me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. Dragged to a cell, chest punched tight, couldn't breathe deep, heart raced all night, knock his arm back just to fight for air. Now he screams assault while I'm gasping there. I'll tick slow, no sirens near, paramedics mock, no mercy here. Hospital cold, the truth unclear, delay in the jail, they jeered. Past the Olivier cuff cut bone. I asked what's the charge, he had none shown. Just a hole for the feds, my rights dethroned. That's kidnapping law in a danger zone. 40 pages black, lies in disguise. I forget, hit the scheme, but the scars don't lie. Laugh all you want, but the tape don't die. Operation failed, truth multiplies. Jailhouse freezing, blanket torn, no food served, constitution scorned, wrist bones twisted, pain reborn, but the fight lit brighter in the darkest storm. This ain't 30 days, this is principle strong. 54 years, the court said wrong. One man's lyric, another man's song, and I spit that truth in a world gone wrong. Cross they plots, they stitch and weave. Oxford to Galveston tricks to see, but you can't erase what the people believe. The first don't fade when the lions grieve. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest, from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, tried to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, starve me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. Silence the press.
Heck yeah. So there you have, that was Operation Silence the Press. That was, that's going to be probably the lead off song on the new Bad Actors 2 album. And that is in the works. Just having one Bad Actors album wasn't enough. Had to start working on Bad Actors Volume 2. Just going through here, deleting and banning these trolls.
Put your time on.
All right. What did I tell you? Told you weren't going to make me leave. See? You didn't have to make yourself look horrible. You could have just left me alone, and that's how that could have gone. But you made yourself look
I
horrible.
work for these people.
Okay.
They told me to get you out from upstairs.
Hey,
I was polite. I wasn't.
when you came up there though, okay, I wasn't having any issue with them. So who called and told you to get for
No,
what do they just have a problem with the guy coming in there to serve legal documents?
well, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened.
Okay, you don't feel the need to ask any questions. You just want to come up there and just tell somebody they have to leave.
What did I tell you? I said you're welcome to come downstairs and hang out with them in the lobby with.
Okay, but I wanted to be upstairs.
Okay, that's where we had the problem. That's the restricted area.
It was. And guess what? I stayed up there.
Yeah, this time.
I'll do it. Can we do it again? Let's plan a date for it.
You gonna be back Tuesday?
Tuesday? Hey, sounds good to me. All right. Thank you, man. I might as well have a police escort everywhere I go. Every government building I go to, it seems like they're here every time. I might as well just carry a police escort with me.
What?
Said I might as well just have a police escort.
Where do you want to go?
You know, I mean, it's like the police basically they show up whenever I go to a government building. Somebody gets upset, somebody calls, and then, you know, but then they get told, okay, well, he's not doing anything wrong. So,
Okay. Yeah. Once everybody's on board, this will get cleared up. Yep.
Yep.
Sorry about that federal thing, man. That's unfortunate. Yeah. I wouldn't just take that one on the chin. That seems pretty excessive.
it was basically, it was beaten outside. It was beaten inside. It was continued at the jail, no charge. You know, you can't do that. That's an issue just out of principle, man. Yeah, that can't. And you know, but it's been a continuing thing for 8 years. Well, yeah, I'm a journalist based on circumstances. So when my story basically started back in 2017, and when some of the most unjust of things happened, like some of the worst kinds of public corruption, and I didn't have an investigative journalist or I didn't have an attorney. I had to learn to do these things, or else I was just going to basically, you know, nothing was going to happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, in holding these people accountable and, you know, literally basically doing my own investigative journalism and reporting, I honestly don't know where if it's worse now because of that, or if it would have gotten worse had I not have done that. I mean, it's kind of like a damned if you do and damned if you don't situation. Because if you don't check it, if you allow it to happen, then it gets a lot worse.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
First step.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And case law dictates the future. So if anything ends up in court and there's case law about it, then they're
Right.
hard. Hey, can't do this.
Well, exactly. That precedent is what carries. Case law is precedent. And so if they get away with it once and it's wrong, well, now it kind of gets leaned on. Well, we did it before and it was okay. And so,
Yep.
you know, that's kind of the real big issue right here.
Yep.
But I appreciate y'all's professionalism.
Got it.
Hey, appreciate it.
Yeah.
And your name was Sergeant
Josh Strong.
John Strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh.
Oh, Josh. All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, officers. Y'all take care.
Yeah, we go.
And there you got it. So I've already experienced police brutality. Like over the last couple of days, the 25th, I experienced police brutality. Bad. Really, really, really bad. I mean, I still can't take a full breath. Let's see. Watching from Nigeria. I need to make an OnlyFans account for sure. Let's see. All right, for those on here, I'm gonna let's see. I'm probably gonna go ahead and end this actually. I gotta go drop off one more. I gotta drop off one more legal demand. And I'll probably static record that one. I'm gonna end this and on the ending, you'll get to actually hear about the last couple of days. That's what I have the video set for. So make sure it's still on there on the outro. It is. All right. Y'all take care. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure that you subscribe to We the People News. If you haven't become a member yet, please consider being a member. Go to WTPnews.org. Check out the latest article. See the evidence. There's a fundraiser on there as well to help cover legal costs. I appreciate y'all's support. Take care. In 1971, the court drew a line in Cohen versus California. Paul Cohen's "fuck the draft jacket" wasn't polite, but it was speech. Justice Harlan's reminder, one man's vulgarity is another's lyric, wasn't just clever phrasing. It was constitutional bedrock. The First Amendment protects the raw and the uncomfortable, because power doesn't get to dictate tone. 17 years later, NWA pushed that line further. Fuck the Police was banned from radio, condemned by politicians, and earned the group a warning letter from the FBI. But it survived. Not because gatekeepers approved, but because courts had already established in cases like Cohen that profanity and anger are protected when they are political speech. The music didn't just survive. It became an anthem against police abuse, echoing what the court had acknowledged years before. Offensiveness is not a crime. Now in 2025, I found myself living that same fight in flesh and bone. My camera was my lyric, my audit, my anthem. Yet the U.S. Marshals tried to crush it with fists instead of bans. They treated journalism like contraband, seizing equipment as if recording itself were illegal. They dragged me into cells, beat me, mocked me, and tried to rewrite the law with violence. What they could not silence with statutes, they tried to silence with shackles. The irony is bitter. The FBI once threatened NWA for words. Today, federal agents brutalize citizens for cameras. Tools of transparency. Both reveal the same truth. When speech exposes authority, authority will try to call it dangerous. Through FOIA, I had already uncovered evidence of U.S. Marshals Service bulletins and BOLOs targeting me, documents redacted so heavily you could barely read them, but enough to show they were treating journalism and First Amendment auditing as crimes. Those documents foreshadowed what came next. And now, because of what has happened, those pages must be unredacted. The conspiracy is no longer theoretical. It is lived proof. On August 25th, 2025, outside the federal courthouse in Lafayette, Louisiana, Marshal Hayden Newsom ordered me to move my camera away from a locked courthouse door. He threatened to seize it if I didn't comply. I complied. I backed up with my tripod and 4K camera in hand. That's when he attacked. He slammed me to the ground. My brand new gimbal was destroyed. My tripod shattered into pieces against me and underneath me. My 4K camera was wrecked. He violently accosted me as if press equipment was contraband. They dragged me into a holding cell. That's where Newsom drove his knuckles into my chest while I struggled to breathe. My heart was pounding, 140 to 160 beats a minute. When I knocked his arm away to stop the pain, he threatened me again and again. Assault on a federal officer. They laughed while I gasped for air. They delayed calling 911 for nearly an hour. When the paramedics finally arrived, they mocked me, saying I was just trying to delay jail. At the hospital, the indifference continued. Dismissive, condescending, unwilling to acknowledge the injuries inflicted by federal hands. When I was discharged late at night, Marshal Newsom shackled me and handed me off to Deputy Olivet of St. Martin Parish Jail. I asked before he even pulled out of the lot, "What am I being booked on?" Deputy Olivet admitted there was no charge, just a hold for the U.S. Marshals. I told him directly, Transporting me without charge is kidnapping under 18 U.S. Code 1202. He claimed he was following orders. I reminded him of Nuremberg, that just following orders is never a defense. He drove me anyway. At St. Martin Parish Jail, the abuse escalated. Deputy Olivet and a female booking officer nearly broke my wrist, hoisting me by handcuffs ratcheted down so tight I could feel my bones grinding. It was torture, plain and simple. They threw me into a tiny freezing cell with only a torn blanket. I had no food the entire day. I lay on concrete in pain from my chest, my wrist, my ribs, mocked by guards who treated my suffering as entertainment. And all the while, the marshals laughed about what they had done, laughing at destroyed equipment, laughing at a broken body, laughing at constitutional rights discarded like trash. This is not law enforcement. This is not justice. This is a conspiracy. One already foreshadowed in the FOIA records. One that is now spilled into the open through violent arrest, torture, medical neglect, and unlawful detention. In 1971, the Supreme Court said the government cannot criminalize vulgar speech. In 2025, the U.S. Marshal Service tried to erase that ruling with fists, with broken equipment, with shackles and cold cells. But here's the truth. They failed. I'm still here. I'm still speaking. And I will not stop. Because history will not absolve those who hide behind just following orders. It will remember those who stood. This is the warning. This is the record. And this is not the end.